So if you watch my videos, you know by now that I drive a Jaguar XJ8 X350 for you technical people. And this video, as you've probably seen by the title already, is talking about an HID retrofit if you have the standard shitty lights. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit and make a quick little video for your entertainment and or potential benefit. First of all, I'm just going to talk a little bit about how to get out the lights, light assemblies. First of all, you're going to need to remove the front bumper, and that's literally it. And, well, obviously the front center grille piece. Basically, you remove the front bumper by just removing a few bolts and just pushing it down. I'd recommend buying a service manual off eBay for like 10 bucks, PDF, like 6,700 pages. Do that if you own one of these vehicles and you work on it. It's totally worth the investment. Great manual, useful, has basically everything in it. And basically you unscrew the light assemblies. It's like 3 screws and they're out. If you've gotten to the point where you're actually disassembling this and going to do this entire project, a few notes for you. Taking these apart, like the covers here, is an absolute bitch. So it's got it's got plastic. Okay, let's take a look here. So you see this here? It's got plastic that went over this to cover it about here. So basically what you have to do is you have to utilize a heat gun, rip off that plastic, and then basically melt this glue here and basically just pry it apart. You gotta be careful. Be very careful because there's glue over and under, as you can see here. Very careful, because if you break this, you're out like 900 bucks, because one of these is like 900 bucks and then you got 2 of them. So be careful. Next, there's going to be like a little metal plate here. I lost mine. I either tossed it or dropped it. No, I don't know. Basically, there's a metal plate. You unscrew it. 2 Torx 10 size bits. Or screws. You get the point. Unscrew those. Then you're going to come over to the other side. And you're basically just going to pry this out. Actually, before you do that, you have to pry this thing out, which is like this. But you gotta be careful because I broke the clips. So just be careful. But you pry that out, you gotta get the turn signal light out of there. Then you pry that out, and then you just basically pull this out. Obviously, this looks a little different because I got HID ballast in here. It's a Muramoto Mini H1 7.0 by Xenon. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you pull that out, and basically all I did was I took some shit here and I made this hole bigger, as you can see here, and I shoved it through there. Then I took some metal rod and drilled a hole and attached it, and yeah, so then assembled. It looks like that. Anyways, so basically I have to adjust that to make it more level, like you see here. And that looks pretty good to me. And then, so after I put that thing back on, I'll put this on. But first, if you've already gotten this far, you better clean your plastic here, because that just looks horrible. I mean, come on now. But anyways, that's literally the installation for that Jag. I mean, if you drive one of these Jags and you have these shitty lights, this isn't that hard. Come on now, please. So next thing is wiring, the wiring harness. It's literally just plugging things in. So literally you just plug the things in. This end goes into the original unit. So this would plug in where a normal H7 light bulb would fit. If you didn't know that your Jag takes H7 light bulbs, you shouldn't be driving it, or attempting this job for that matter. But anyways, so this plugs in, and you plug it into this unit, which is the ballast, according to this little sticker. Then you plug it into the computer, and you plug it into this long cord, which plugs into this cord, which plugs into the actual lights, which go into your projector. And there's your projector. And obviously, missing from this equation is a shroud. The thing that covers it. So basically, this entire setup for me, 300 bucks plus shipping. I obviously bought this on Memorial Day. you didn't know that until just now. But that means I got a great discount. It was like $360, $370 before that. But used a super awesome Memorial Day discount from the Retrofitter source, or whatever they're called, retrofitters.com, something like that, who knows. But anyway, so I got all this stuff, $300. Literally, if I did this like in one day, I could do it. This right here is some pretty damn looking good clear lens right there. And it was all thanks to this Mother's New Lens headlight renewal kit, okay? I mean, you can kind of see where the covering was, where the plastic covering was, and then where the actual work was done, right there. And you can see that's pretty good. Just an FYI, if you're going to use this kit on your Jag headlights, you have to do it all by hand until you get to the 1300 grit, or 1500 grit, whichever one it is. Like the 800 and whatnot, that all has to be done by hand, because these covers on your Jag are very, very soft, so you got to be very careful. So I did this. Next I'm going to put this coating on it. It's literally just spraying it on and letting it dry. Then I'm going to have to figure out how to attach these, and I'll be good to go. I'm ready to install it on my Jag. Also, as you noticed, I decided to go with no sort of covering or shroud. Gives it a more retro industrial look. Here's the final verdict and view of these lights. They look pretty good. They're fancy and clean and clear, and then as you can see, they're super bright and whatnot. So yeah, totally worth it, if only the car ran, but that's all a different story. Anyways, these look good, totally worth it, and well, yeah.